Hello and welcome back. So in this lesson, we're going to use our sponge tool. So go ahead and grab your sponge tool. And then if you want to follow along, go ahead and grab this image from the resources folder. And of course, I do recommend practicing what you learn once we're done with this lesson so you can get a better feel for the tool. So the sponge tool, as I've mentioned previously, will allow you to saturate or desaturate the colors in your image. So for the first step, let's go ahead and select saturate. I'm going to keep the flow at 50%. The more I apply the tool in a specific area, and I keep going over that area again and again, we'll continue adding additional saturation to that area. So it helps blend in that edit much more naturally that way. We also want to make sure we duplicate our layer as well so we can work non-destructively. So with Command or Control and the letter J, go ahead and duplicate your background. But before we apply the sponge tool, let's go ahead and go over another quick keyboard shortcut for working with your brushes. As you know, you can increase the brush size with your right bracket key and smaller with the left bracket key. The other thing we can do is we can adjust the hardness of our brush with another keyboard shortcut, and that's by using the Shift key in addition to the right and the left bracket key. So I'm going to bring up my brush settings so you can actually see this being applied, because you're not actually going to see it on the brush itself. Although the brush is going to look like it's getting larger or smaller as you make these adjustments. And that's because of the way that the softness of that brush edge is being applied. So right now the hardness is set at 0%. Which gives us the softest edge for that brush. And we can see what that's going to look like in our preview panel right here. So I'm going to hold down my Shift key, and then I'm going to click on my right bracket key, and then you're going to see your hardness go up in increments of 25%. So with 4 clicks, I can go from 0 to 100 or 100 back down to 0. So that just gives you another quick way to make adjustments to your brush as you're working, because sometimes it does take longer to come up here and make your adjustments, and then you realize you made a mistake, so you have to come back up here again. Well, this way you can at least make your adjustments in increments of 25% with that keyboard shortcut. All right, let's go ahead and close that out. And let's go ahead and apply our sponge tool on our sunset. So as you can see, the more I apply it, the more saturated the colors become. I'm going to go ahead and undo that with Command or Control and the letter Z. I'm going to change that to desaturate because maybe the colors in my image are oversaturated and I want to tone them down. And you can make that adjustment with the desaturate option. Pretty simple. So go ahead and grab this file, grab your brush, practice using the keyboard shortcuts. Go ahead and apply the desaturate and the saturate options, adjust the flow, and practice what you've learned from this lesson. In the next lesson, I'm going to share with you an additional way to dodge and burn your images, and it's a little bit more of an advanced type of edit, and you're going to learn how to do that in the next lesson.